Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is BJM time with Yeah, I Said It. Here with me on the line today, of course, is Brother Ben and Brother Jack. How you guys doing today?
Percy V's doing wonderful.
Doing good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. All right, then. Blessing out. Well, look, maybe I could complain now, Ben, before I get started. Because I sure felt some weirdness going on just the other day, man. I felt like I was being pencil whipped, Jack, by Brother Jack, Ben. You know, we're all, for those who don't know, we're in this fantasy football league together. And if the playoffs were to start today, even though I have a winning record, I was left outside by one of Jack's nephews, and it is a Jack. I ain't gonna say y'all last name. I want y'all look him up and hunt him down.
A family league.
Yeah, it's a family league, and Ben, I'm starting to think like you, man. We might have a little conspiracy going on.
I told you, he's been like this since college. He was actually like that when I went online with him. He did some shady stuff online. He's been like that a long time. I won't say his like name or my number, but he's been like that a long time.
Okay, I thought we were talking about HBCU football, but
we were gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about that. But technically, we are HBCU sports related because our league is, from what I can understand, it's all HBCU bound. And don't stop the fact that I was being pencil whipped. Then all of a sudden, they came up with the correct procedure. Now I'm right where I should be. But I just want to get that out in the airwaves because, you know,
he did one of them teeth jobs on you, huh?
Yeah, y'all, man, you know it.
I want to read.
Well, look, look, more than just one recount. And I want it done right this time, right? I want it done right.
Yeah.
You know, don't go behind no closets and count them. Count it right here in front of you. Yeah. Oh, man. But no,
what you failed to mention is that we corrected the problem by actually closing the application and relaunching the application, and then all of the current playoff standings refreshed.
Well, that's what you tell us. But for all I know, you could have sent a text. He's on to us, and we got to fix it now. And then when you all of a sudden refreshed everything.
He said let it go, but I was thinking that don't mean nothing when you can put me in prison for 15, 20 years talking about, I made a mistake.
All right, man. Look, let us get back on course here, man. First of all, it's just a joy and a pleasure to have you guys meet with us again on this week. It seemed like a long time, man, since the Panthers were last from the field. We had this bye week, and it was a long time coming, man. And now it's time for the rubber to meet the road. What you got to say about that, Ben?
I'm gonna hold off on mine. Oh, well, you know what? No, I won't hold off. If you don't mind, hold on. me. I want to make sure I start the show out correctly by saying that. Warning, the following program is a collaborative of brothers talking about black college sports. It is meant to be entertaining and enlightening. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of Prairie View and FAMU University alumni and the SWAC affiliates. There may be some swearing or some negative connotation because that's how most people in the real world communicate. If you are a young person, please seek permission before continuing to further listen to the broadcast. Please don't be offended by the comments stated during the I Said It segment. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to get that off the check.
All right, then. He is, I guess, our official lawyer of the group, Jack.
Self-proclaimed lawyer.
All right, with all that.
If you saw that movie, The Burial, I'll be whatever you need to be to get out of jail.
All right, then. All right. And so we got some football to talk about for the Panthers this week. But before we do that, do you guys want to go over any games that were of interest to you last week leading to this week?
Can I just bring up a real quick point? I just want to say to my few followers from some people call it Funky Town, Some people say Fort Worth. Some people say Arlington, the Metroplex. Boy, those Rangers really did a good job. Just want to say go Rangers to all of my fans and friends that send me those texts. I'm sorry for that sidebar conversation, but just wanted to make sure I acknowledge my friends from Fort Worth. I see y'all this weekend. All right, back to what you were saying. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. And that
well, Jack, you might as well go and get your little Dallas twist in that too, Jack.
No, he's a San Antonio. He's not a Dallas guy. He's a San Antonio. Yeah.
No, I mean, since I've been up in the Dallas area for the last 25 plus years, I have gravitated to the Rangers, but I do before then, it was the Astros, so I have love for both teams.
There you go with that 50-50 again. See?
Well, no, you the one said cut them in half last week, so go on, let them cut in half.
Yeah.
Well, if San Antonio, Texas did have an MLB team, I would definitely be San Antonio fan.
You got the mission. You got the mission.
That's AAA. That's AAA.
He didn't know.
Well, I mean, you got a baseball team, though. It's okay, though.
Right.
It's okay.
What would they call y'all's baseball team, Jack, if y'all had one?
I guess as good as mine, but yeah.
All right. I don't want to get in trouble, so I just thought I'd ask you.
Yeah, I figured you was about to say something way off target right there. We'll keep it going. No, Ben, quit while you're here. Ben, quit while you're here.
Yeah.
You just fresh off suspension now. Quit while you were here, please.
I didn't say that.
Okay. I know, but we know you. Moving on. Any games last week that stood out to you guys?
Actually, I was able to catch the tail end of the Howard Norfolk State football game. It was an entertaining game. Came down to the last minute where Howard was able to drive and take the lead. So just that was one of the games I was able to catch there on the replay.
Okay. MEAC was now getting into their conference play now, but they're only having 6 programs involved. So that's got to make it pretty tough too. And the games really are magnified with that head-to-head competition. But I guess it's the same in the SWAC as well. What game kind of stood out to me was that Southern got things together with Bethune-Cookman, but now they'll get ready to host Texas Southern this weekend, and that could be a pretty intriguing game. What you guys think about that?
I have no comment, so.
Oh, you have no. Well, I guess we could say that for the picks too, because I know you don't want to have nothing to do with. Let's talk PV, right?
Well, I mean, I just want to make sure I keep all of my my messaging proper, so I have no comment. It means nothing to me either.
It means nothing to you. Okay, then. Well, let's look at Saturday. FAMU coming in, 5-game winning streak. Of course, Coach Willie Simmons leading the way for the Rattlers. Got the team playing well. It's homecoming for FAMU. How do you see the Panthers dealing with this, let's say, monumental task for this week?
Ben?
Oh, you wanted me to go? I was trying to hold the door for you so you can come in.
Okay.
I believe that we're going to be able to hold on. Again, I kind of mentioned some things. Don't know if the defensive coach or the coach was listening. But I did look at the game, the Texas Southern game against Florida A&M University, and I took note of a couple things. I think I brought one suggestion to you, Prince, and that is it too late to switch your defensive scheme? And I gave you a suggestion. They definitely need to keep a safety over the top because they do have sprinter speed in the wide receiver area as far as Florida A&M is concerned. So I look forward to see if the coaching staff was listening to Percy V. I think it'll be, we'll know pretty soon, possibly that first play, if somebody was listening to Percy V. But if not, I would definitely think about a 3-4-4 or definitely keep a safety over the top for that particular wide receiver. I don't want to give him too much acknowledgement because I'm hoping that he get cramps or something during the game. But I think we should be able to hold on. I guess that's what I should have said. I think we ought to.
May I interject?
Yes, sir.
If you're thinking they got sprinters and you want to run a 3-4, you're going to be defeating the purpose. You want to run a nickel or a dime. You don't want to run no 3-4. Not if you think they got the sprinters they got.
I meant like 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs.
That's a 3-4, man.
That's what I just said. Yeah, 3-4-4. I said 3.
No, yeah, right. And so then, if you know they got the speed, why would you want to run a 3-4 when you want to run a nickel or a dime? 5 defensive backs or 6 defensive backs?
Again, I'm going to stick with what I said. I think from also looking at some other defensive linemen, I think this will be the third game that hopefully the coaching staff realize that Florida A&M has some guys that look just like Abilene Christian and also Houston HBC or HCU. So when I look at how they matched up in those games, I think it would be better to have someone coming at a running start downhill than just trying to be face-to-face with someone that you're already 60 or 70 pounds underweight. So that was one reason I said about the 3. And then the back 4, I'm thinking it gives them a little more space distance-wise further back on the back end. So that's the reason I suggested that. But 4 defensive backs, 5 defensive backs, 6, they're going to need some defensive back help. That's the point I was making.
Okay. I guess you've been playing your Madden game or something. I don't know what you...
I tell you, sister, if I was to run me and Prince in the 50, he probably need to start on the 35 and let me run from the 1 and to make the race competitive. You're not going to be able to line up right in front of me and think that you're going to be able to keep up. It's not going to happen. So don't
let the smooth taste fool you, sir. But we're going to get into that. Okay. Boy, you think you pray for your brother, Jack. Pray for your brother. Cause
I do constantly. I do.
Seems like the older he get, the worse he get. That's what my mama used to tell me.
Hanging around job, man.
I know it. Go ahead, Jack. What's your assessment of what I guess Coach Madden Percy has had to say?
Madden Percy won the championship. What do you
I personally don't have any recommendations for the coaches as far as how they go about doing their job or how the FAMU. I just hope that these 2 weeks to prepare for this game. And basically, the 2 weeks plus, I guess, the thrashing that we got handed down to us will help us be prepared for this game. So my only assessment is, hey, hopefully the 2 weeks we've learned something, and let's go out there and shock the world.
Go out there and shock the world. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's shock the world. I like that.
Now, we talked about what the recommendations for the defense. What are you recommending? We'll start off with you, Coach Percy V. The offensive attack.
Again, I think the offensive coordinator needs to realize that at this point, as you said earlier, we're in the heat of the battle now, and everybody knows our habits. And if our habit is always A all the time, we need to change it up and do some C or D or E, I noticed, I think it was the Mississippi Valley game, that was one of the better games where Conley was throwing it downfield. So that would be something I would suggest if the opportunity is there to throw it. And not just throw it to one wide receiver, but throw it to the left, throw it to the right. Again, I know you think I'm crazy, but one of the things I noticed at Florida A&M is easy to get got on is if we had a very good catching tight end, that wide in the middle, they're very open to if there was someone that we have that's a tight end that could actually catch the ball. Now, I'm only basing the game on them playing against our other Texas Southern, but I also saw when they played Southern. And so the things that I took away from it is that middle is wide open. But are we willing, or do we have a player that can fill in the gap to expose that situation?
Okay. I love his breakdowns, Jackie.
Right.
And here's what makes me laugh. I don't think you're crazy, man. But sometimes I think you be in another space.
All right.
If you were seeing that, okay, as you say, the number one fan.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think the coaches are seeing that and they're paid to see that?
Well, I mean, I know you run that rhythm down every week, and so all I can say is if the coach is seeing it, but he continues to do A all the time, then it makes me wonder, is he seeing it with Ray Charles glasses on, or is he seeing it with Stevie Wonder glasses on? You can't say you see it, but you don't adjust to it. And if you don't adjust to it, it makes me wonder, maybe you need to change your lenses. And so maybe that's the situation. Maybe they need to change the lenses, because the ones that they have on right now, we can't keep on just doing A all the time. And so what they call it, Jack, when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again?
Yeah, the mark of insanity.
Okay. Okay. I thought, okay, I know we all went to college. I thought I was the only one that knew it. But now, if I see it and the other team see it, then somebody insane. So, you tell me what's going on.
Jack, you have anything to add to this commentary,
sir? Only thing I need to add, just hopefully we can keep the running game involved. Don't go away from the running game. Even if you're down a touchdown or two, the running game is very important to open up things for the passing game. So my only input I would like to say is let's stick with the running game to try to open things up.
Well, see, when I hear that, and you all have seen it, and I can imagine Ben hollering, I guess his point exactly. Why they running and we down 2 touchdowns? We down 3. They need to start throwing the ball. So it's almost you're doomed if you do and doomed if you don't. The bottom line is they're going to have to execute. They're going to have to stay focused. They're going to have to stay disciplined by not getting the personal fouls, not getting dead ball fouls, and just stay aggressive enough, on edge enough, not to lose your cool.
True.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
So with all that being said, it's about time for us to make these picks, because I got a topic or two I want to discuss. But let's go through the games we got this week and see where you guys are standing on everything.
Ben, you have them in front of you?
No, sir. That job was given to you, sir. That was not.
It was? Oh, okay. All right. So we're looking at the matchups for Saturday, October the 28th. So we're going to start with the first matchup of Mississippi Valley State at Alcorn State. Anyone want to take that matchup?
Alcorn.
Mm-hmm. I'll take Alcorn as well.
I'm going to take them, but I have just a correction. Are they called Mississippi Valley State?
They're called Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils.
Okay. I never heard the state before. Okay.
Yes, Mississippi Valley State.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a Alcorn State across the board on that one. Our next matchup, we have Jackson State at Arkansas Pine Bluff. I say Jackson State wins with ease.
JSU.
I'm not going to say it's going to be with ease, but I'll go with JSU.
Okay.
All right. So we got 2 matchups that we all agree on. Our third matchup of the weekend, we have Bethune-Cookman at Grambling.
I believe Grambling is going to win this
one. I'm going to take Bethune coming on the road and upset at Grambling.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that also, Line Brother. I'm going to say the B's are coming to the G's.
Okay.
All
so
right.
Two of you guys are going to go with the Wildcats.
Yes, sir. Two Wildcats, one Tiger. Okay. All right. Our next matchup, we have Alabama A&M at Alabama State.
The Magic City Classic.
Exactly.
I'm going to just go with Eddie Robinson. That's what I'm going to go with. Alabama State.
Alabama State. Okay. Brother Jack?
I'm going to go with Alabama State as well. I think, the in-state rivalry. I'll go with the home team on this one.
I'm going to take the Bulldogs on this one. I think the Bulldogs got a little hope, outside hope. If they can find their way to win this game, they'll be positioned to try to take on FAMU, who they've yet to play, for a potential shaking up in the East. So I'm going to pick Alabama A&M.
And this is one of the big games, right? This is not a home game. This
is probably, depending on who you ask, probably one of the largest HBCU classics in the land. And it's going to be 50, 60,000 people inside the stadium and another 40 outside the stadium. And it is a very intense rival. And records doesn't matter. But I think A&M will have a little extra motivation going into this week's event.
Okay. All right. Next to the last matchup, we have Texas Southern at Southern.
I'm going to stick with the home team, even though they've struggled the past couple of years against Texas Southern. But I'm thinking Southern's going to have enough in the tank to hold off the Tigers.
Okay. Before I answer that, I want to go back up real quick. I'm going to switch my Jackson State because they're having quarterback issues. I heard they're switching quarterbacks this week. I'm going to take Arkansas Pine Bluff. So I just want to make a correction.
Oh, okay. Newsflash.
Yeah. I do my little research again. So if anybody needs a coach on the sideline, I'm ready. I got my sneakers on.
All right. He's ready. Got his Madden playbook. He's ready to go.
Well, hey, Thurman to the left, Thurman to the right, Thurman up the middle. Yeah.
Spin junkie. That's all we'll say on that. Spin junkie.
I'm going to go with Texas Southern. I'm going to go with my little cousin. I'm going to pick this because of one I know graduated from there.
Okay.
So, I actually have to agree with my line brother on this one. I think Texas Southern is going to go into Southern and make that lukewarm seat that Coach Dooley's under even a little hotter.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I need help, cousin. I need help.
All right, and we're here at our prime time matchup. Prairie View A&M Panthers at Florida A&M. Gentlemen?
Go ahead, please.
Well, I already picked earlier, so you can do this one, Dr. Prince.
No. We're going to let the number one fan go first.
Okay, well, the number one fan is going to pick TV.
Nick? No more insight on that one. Okay.
Nick?
No insight. He's just going for it. Okay, go ahead, Jack.
You go now. To all of the side alumni that's sitting on the bench, what y'all gonna pick now? Did you want to put me under pressure?
Ain't no pressure for the number one fan.
Hey, that's not. I'd have picked mine. What? Don't stall. Who you
Come
going
on, Jack.
Okay, well, since you're the number one fan, I must be the number 1.5 fan. And let's say I'm going with a Panthers in a close one. We've had 2 weeks to prepare, and in that 2 weeks, we had our helmets handed to us from the previous game. So I think we've learned. Hopefully, we learned from it. The 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and I'm pretty sure this match has been on our calendar all preseason and season long. So a close win on the road at FAMU.
A close win on the road. Huh?
Is this the first time these two teams have played each other?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you are saying a close win on the road, and no, I'm not stalling, because I'm make sure that you hear me nice and clear, and I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
My heart wants PV, but my logic says FAMU.
Okay.
And pardon me?
I'm sorry. I was looking at something. Sorry.
So, logically speaking, from the way they're matching up on paper, I'm gonna have to pick FAMU. But I do want Prairie View to win.
So let me further put you in the spotlight. How many points do you think Prairie View will lose by? Since you think they're gonna lose?
I don't. If Prairie View loses, it's not going to be close.
I asked you.
If Prairie View wins, can I finish? Man,
they don't want that.
If Prairie View wins, it's going to be close. I can see it coming down to a field goal. If Prairie View loses, it's going to be at least by 10.
Okay, 10. All right. Thank you, sir. Jack, how many points you think we're going to win by?
A field goal.
A field goal. Okay. All right.
Okay. How about you?
A point. I think it's going to be 21-20.
You say 8 point. 8 point. Okay.
8 points. So they're if I'm not mistaken, they're having kicking issues also. So I'm hoping that our kicker, not trying to put pressure on him, but that extra point is going to mean something. And I agree with you, friend. If we can keep our composure and not take a penalty that will cause us to be out of field goal, or
right,
that will be possibly the difference right there.
And that's what's really got me concerned. Talent-wise, I believe we can play with them, but I don't know where we'll be as far as keeping our composure and self-discipline. And that's a big concern for me, because FAMU, although they're the hottest team in the conference, they've been playing with some challenges and some struggles, but they've been good enough to win and overcome those challenges and struggles. And if Prairie View doesn't implode, like I said, my heart is for them. But logically, from what has been unfolding, I have to pick FAMU.
Well, you know what? I think I could probably put this wager out there. If the guys come back and win this game this weekend, I guarantee that the alumni is going to come and support them the following week.
Well, that would be because they're going to be trying to do what? Set their homecoming out? Is that what it is? Yeah. With that being said, don't forget we're running a contest right now for 2 sets of tickets for the 2023 homecoming game against University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. All you have to do is dial 720-721-1558. Tell us your story on why we should choose you for the one to get the tickets. That number again, 720-721-1558. Now, with all that being said and all that being laid out, the picks are made. And it's up now to these guys to carry this thing out. I want to let you guys know that you can listen to the game live on the network at obnradio.com. Click on the Listen Live link, or you can simply dial 857-777-0000 and enjoy the game throughout its entirety. Gentlemen, there has been some scuttlebutt going on in the world of college football. Michigan, accused of cheating and Spygate and advanced scouting. And I want to get your take on this. A, do you think it's that big of a deal? And B, why is it that big of a deal?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. First of all, I don't know who the reference point. I don't know if that has come out as far as who created this confusion. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think, if anything, some of the schools who are not pulling in some of the top athletes due to the NIL, they're just using this as a way of complaining. As I heard someone say this morning, every school is probably scouting their competition. And if they're not scouting, then maybe they're not really trying to win. Sometimes I wonder if they could just put me on the payroll for me to be a scout. Because if nothing else, you joking. I do know sports. I do know what athletes look like. I do know what scaredness look like. I do know what toughness look like. And so if that is cheating, then shame on me. But I think if you want to win, you ought to be out there trying to look at what your future competition is doing to try to help you better understand how to attack that situation.
Okay, Jack?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Ben. I think these type of allegations come up when you start winning, when your program has turned a corner. It's like a witch hunt a little bit. You know, they've been coming after Harborough, you know, with the suspension and things like that. So when you start winning and start turning things around, these types of things come up. So I think it's more of a witch hunt than anything.
Right. Well, my whole thing is advanced scouting is advanced scouting, whether you're using a camcorder, iPhone, smoke signals, pen and paper, you're there at the game, and I don't see what the big deal is about it. And even if you do know what my signals are, know what my plays are, you still have to stop me. And it's not going to change the narrative of the game. Because, Ben, I laugh when you say, well, you got to stop running to the left all the time. Whether I'm running to the left or running to the right, if you know where I'm going, A, are you big and bad enough to stop me? And then B, am I big and bad enough to execute it where I'm going? I can tell you I'm running to your left, Ben. You better get ready. Here I come. You still got to stop me. So, like you said, it's a witch hunt. I really think it's, if you allow me to say it this way, it's the point of being solved. You're complaining because someone is taking you to school, then get adjusted, get over it, change your signal, give out some false dummy signals, anything.
Eat some potatoes.
Yeah, hide out what old boy say, Omaha. Say something or do whatever needs to be done, but don't make that as an excuse. To me, that is so weak. That is just so weak to me. You know what it's almost like? Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, ask me.
Your favorite coach, since he's not in the SWAC, you know who I'm talking about. He made an analogy this morning that it's easier to hit a ball if you know it's a curve or a slider or whatever, compared to stopping somebody if you know what their plays are. Is that true or false?
I'm going to have to, when you say easy to hit, if I know if the pitch is coming,
yeah,
if it's a curveball,
yes, sir.
It's easier to make the necessary adjustment. In baseball terminology, they say you look for the fastball, sit on anything else, right? Which that simply means is if you're looking for the fastball, and that means you got to have a quick back, quick reaction, okay? Now, the only thing that can get you tangled up if you're trying to steal signals, if you think it's a fastball coming and it's an off-speed pitch, curveball, changeup, or whatever, then it's going to have what they say out in front. You're anticipating and you're swinging way out in front. So, in all fairness, when it comes to baseball, at least when I play, don't tell me what you think the pitch is going to be, because that could mess you up. Correct. Because you think it's going to help you, but it's really going to mess you up, because they gave Barry Bonds a hard time when he was steroid. And was he not? Don't know, don't care. Everybody else is doing it. But it still didn't take away, this man had to have the hand-eye coordination to make contact with that ball and know when to swing at that ball. And if he was on steroids or not, okay, if he was on steroids, he was hitting the ball 400 feet. If he wasn't on steroids, he might have hit it 350 feet. He still was knocking the hell out the ball. And you can't take that away.
Yeah, right now.
Huh?
Right? Kind of like what Garcia did. Kind of like Garcia.
Yeah, the guy that y'all got from St. Louis, but that's okay. He'll be all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Just like Montgomery helped y'all out, the guy you got from St. Louis. But yeah. But we not. I digress. So let's get back on course. And when it comes to football, there have been signs where sometimes a guard, in particular, I say a guard because if you're running a 3-4 or the guards usually don't have anyone on the top of their head, sometimes they would do what you call pointing, which they're going to be indicating if he's going to be pulling out or how he's going to go. If he's going to come at you, it's going to be a run play or a pass play. So there are always little things that you're looking at. By to me, trying to pick up a signal is no different than, okay, this is the covers that they want to be in or the set that they want to be in, so we got to adjust to this covers. It's the same thing to me. You can guess all you want. You still got to stop it.
Right.
You still got to stop it. And that is just weak to me, man. Get off of these excuses. And I was about to say before you brought this up, to me, and this is going to set Ben off, Jack, you worrying about stealing signals about crying that your officials are cheating against you.
Awkward silence.
Well, I had a flag. I would just throw it up in there, penalty on the play, but I didn't even want to say that. Move on. I think this guys, they think I'm the one that's always on attack mode, but they realize I'm really just defending myself. That's what it is. So move on.
Prince, to add on to your analogy, it takes me back to when we back in the 90s at Prairie View, A&M, and Holly Hall. And Ben would get upset when my mighty Broncos would do the hurry-up offense. So when I do the hurry-up offense, you can't do that. You can't do that. Why can't I do that? Is it because you can't stop me? Or it's in the game.
Well, hold on. Hit the pause button, Jack. Hit the pause button. Because in that back in the day was, if it's in the game, it's in the game.
Exactly.
And what would happen back in that day, Denver and the Colts were the only ones who could execute the no huddle without the men jumping off sides. But Ben found an antidote with that spin button in C. He would get Dennis Thurman and just hit C all day long and have tacklers bouncing off of him till he got open. So, Ben, you be quiet.
So first of all, listeners, they lying. Dennis Thurman ain't never ran nothing. His name was Thurman Thomas. That's the first thing.
Whatever, man. Whatever. You cheated the system.
Second of all, the whole issue came out with Jack, which is amazing, Jack. How you always want to tell certain stories, but you hide your hand when you not want to get trouble.
Hey, Ben, don't bring up Astroworld. Please don't bring up Astroworld.
I'm keeping it to John Madden. Jack brought his game from San Antonio, and if you had never played John Madden, he already had the head up because he had read the manual back and forward, side to side, everything. In addition, Jack knew what joystick from San Antonio had the wire connections that was connected and the ones who did not. He would only let you use joysticks that were broken. And furthermore, when the powers that be caught on to what that cheating San Antonio line brother of mine was doing, and we ended up on individual joysticks, it did not matter what Elway was doing, because Elway was starting to get leaned on because the connection started working. So early on, he would be winning because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't have no rule books. We all learning as fresh. And our remote control was tripping. But when we started on remote control, all of that giddiness that he was happy about, he would be the first one that would probably lose. And just know this, when you got 10 people playing John Madden and you lose first, Jack was the one.
It's a long time.
It would be after lunch, and he would still be in line. So what would Jack do at that point? He would, after he lost, get his game, lock it up in the closet, and then we all have. So
man.
Whatsoever.
I don't recall taking the toy. I don't recall me taking the toys away.
Well, you know, that's when you don't recall. I don't recall. Yeah. You recall what you want to recall. Like, yeah, that's what the parent tell you. You recall what you want to recall, but I'm still whooping your butt regardless. For what I do.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, we all know where the dust settled with my Steelers, so we don't even have to bring that up. So we'll carry on with that.
Yeah, he lost too, so anyway. Move on.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You know I had it then.
Not only did they lose then, they losing now. So it ain't no different. So move on.
Watch your tone, man. Watch your tone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My Steelers will win the North. That's for sure. But anyway, we'll
you did say that. You did say that they were gonna win.
Yeah. So we're gonna say that. And look, we're about to wrap up anyway. And I know you dancing happy that the Phillies lost to the Diamondbacks. So you feel like you got a better chance of winning the World Series with the Rangers, but be careful what you ask for.
You know what? I did ask for the Diamondbacks. I did a little homework last night, and I realized that they beat us 2 out of 3. Did I wish for the right team? But,
hey, be careful what you ask for.
But I do know this: if we were able to dust off this Houston team the way we did, and our better players did not produce Simeon and some other players, I think we're gonna be in a good shape.
Okay.
I'm praying already. God bless the third time to be the right time. But hey, as you say all the time, they got to suit up, lace up, and they got to play the game. So I will say this, Coach Bubba, I won't be able to get that plane ticket to Florida because I'm going to the game.
Oh, Lord. The number one fan is going to abandon the Panthers for the Rangers?
Hey, how many
Are you hearing this, Jack?
Yeah,
I'm hearing this. Yep.
How many times you claim that you can go to the World Series? I can always
Okay. Hold on. We're going to have to mute you. Ben, just mute yourself. You are no longer the number one fan.
Oh, no, I'm the number one fan. Yeah.
No, good night.
Okay,
good night.
Let's move on.
Hold on, Jack. Let me ask this. Did you graduate from Texas Rangers?
I didn't know that was a university.
I did not.
No. Okay. I did. I was just saying.
Yeah.
What has the Texas Rangers provided an opportunity for you to live a better life?
Not at all.
Okay. The Texas Rangers over Prairie View.
Well, you can't ask that question. I actually worked there part-time, so they did help me out. So
you worked there part-time?
I did work there part-time.
Okay, yeah, you worked there part-time.
I worked there.
So then, like I asked you,
I lived across the street. But anyway, man,
I know it. You're not. I don't need no picture. It hurt my eyes.
You know what? Hey, listen. I'm gonna send you a picture, and I want you to pass it on to that young gentleman that sent a word for me. So I want you to do that. All right, moving on.
Oh, brother, Texas Southern.
Yeah. Call me now. When you get a chance, call me on the phone if you want to know something about why not to hit my best player again. Call me on that. If you listen.
All right. Well, you've already apologized to Bubba, but we might have to suspend him, Jack. He's talking about he's the number one fan. He's going to yell out on Prairie View.
That's all right. That's definitely up in question now.
Look, do you have any other closing comments, Mr. Contradiction?
We haven't done our rankings yet, sir.
Oh, man, see, we got also. Let's go through the rankings, because, man, you done threw me all off. You old Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you. So,
okay.
This is Percy V, the number one fan of Prairie View and University. I have North Carolina Central as number one. I have FAMU or Florida A&M University. I have Tennessee State. I have Southern University at number 4, but that could be changing after this weekend. I have Jackson State University at number 5. I have Alabama A&M at number 6. I have Alcorn State University. I have Hampton University. Have Howard University. And then at number 10, I have, it hurts me to say this, I have Grambling State University at number 10. But that could be changed.
Okay. Jack, let me hear what you got. Is Jack taking a nap?
He don't have his homework all the time. So he should cheat on me.
You still with us, Jack? Did he drop?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Am I there? Okay, sorry. Let's see. Number 1, I have FAMU at number 1. Number 2, I have North Carolina Central. Number 3, I have Alabama State. Number 4, I have Jackson State. Number 5, I have Alcorn. Number 6, I have Southern. Number 7, I have Howard. Number 8, I have Grambling. Number 9, I have our beloved Prairie View A&M University. And I have at number 10, Norfolk State.
Okay, well, hey, man, that's his top 10. You got your top 10. You got Southern at number 4. He got Prairie View at number 9. At least he didn't put up the number 1 this week, then. So
they went back four spots.
Yeah, they went back 4 spots. And look, when you said Norfolk State, I said, okay, there's a rhyme and a reason to everything. That's you all posed. Maybe I might throw me one in after a while. I don't know. I like to hear you all's rationale behind it. But with all that,
how did you pull Norfolk State? I'm just curious.
I'm just kind of looking at both.
Same way you got Southern at number 4.
But
don't be questioning that man on his poll.
Well, I can ask a question, sir. That's what
just because he's your line brother, I mean you can bully him to try to change his poll. Rational.
For your information, I did look at both conferences and looked at their standings and their conference play.
Hold on, Jack. You don't owe him no explanation of your formula, man.
I don't.
Can I ask a question?
Ask him how he get his formula. Where he get his formula from?
I mean, first of all, you the one that love to ask a question. Why can't I ask him a question?
Because I'm the moderator. That's why.
Starting to think of what was it? Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours. Well, why can't I ask you no question? Why can't I ask you no question?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, can we ask what your algorithm is, Ben?
Oh, what question do you have as far as what are your concerns?
Your algorithm on coming up with your top 10.
As far as which one?
The one that you just
went
over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't see a reason why North Carolina Central should slide down to anything but number 1. They've been basically to me the best team in Black college football, MEAC or SWAC. As of Florida A&M, I would say the same thing. They have been, for the most part, the best team in the SWAC this year. And so until someone beat them, I'm not talking about out of conference, but in conference, So hopefully that situation will change this weekend. But until someone beat them, then I have them at number 2. So I'm going to just skip down to number 4. So as of right now, Southern has won all of their games in conference. So only games that they've lost were games that were out of conference. And I believe that they're about to, Southern, Prairie View, Alcorn, all 3 of the schools are about to run into this meat of the schedule. And so I believe some shakeup and some movement is about to happen. But right now, Alcorn, Prairie View, Grambling, they've lost to a SWAC West opponent. Southern has not, so that's the reason I have them. Some of you are saying high, but a little higher than the others because they're the only team that has not lost to a SWAC opponent. So that's kind of how that came about.
Okay.
All right.
You satisfied with that?
Oh, like I said, he just coming off the dome. Okay. All right. Yeah, that answers my question. Yeah, that answers my question.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, well, at least it ain't
tomato.
It ain't 50-50. I know that.
I know that's right. I know that the good right, Brother Jack. The good right, Brother Jack. Well, you might have a point there. Well, you got a point too.
I want to close on this thought though. You know what? I don't know if y'all realize, again, listeners, that all of us are members of Phi Beta Sigma. Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Beta this past week had it was a great week for us. I noticed in looking at some of the chats and on Facebook that the Zetas or the Sigmas for different homecomings, they won the Greek show overall. I thought that was, I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but the Zetas and the Sigmas took most of the homecoming Greek shows. So I want to give them kudos for each one of those universities, young men and young ladies. Job well done.
You happen to know which universities you're speaking of, sir?
I would, but I didn't want to give a plug to any particular one, so I just left it at that. If you would like to know one, it wasn't one from the state of Missouri, so I can throw that out there.
Wow. If I didn't know no better, Jack, I think he was trying to throw a chop at me.
A little shade, yeah.
Little cast a little shade. That's okay, though. I'll deal with you later, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Jack, do you have any closing comments for this week, sir?
No real closing comments other than let's Prairie View Panthers, let's get it on. Let's go.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Have they left yet? Did you know?
I'm not sure.
They left yet. I don't know, man. I'm not their itinerary. You know, I'm not their booking.
That's the AD's job.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
You know, AD. Yeah. Just do know that they're going to be in Tallahassee this weekend. And you can be in Tallahassee this weekend, too, by listening to the game on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All you have to do is go to obnradio.com, click on the Listen Live link, or you can dial 857-777-0000. Do remember, we're giving away 2 sets of tickets for homecoming November 4th against University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Simply dial 720-721-1558. Let us know why you should be the one that we choose to give the tickets to. For Ben, Jack, and myself, we want to say thanks so much for joining in with us. It is a labor of love for our beloved university, Prairie View A&M University, and the Southwestern Athletic Conference. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget, follow me on X at the Mike Prince Show and subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And until the next time, you all be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.